my name is Rumbi and welcome to the candidate debates for the 2024 DSU Student Leadership Elections. Today we've got the Equality and Diversity Executive Officer candidates and to talk to us about their manifestos and why they should be elected. Now, before we begin, let's meet the candidates. Let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Chandana Suresh. I'm a current third-year student in Arts and Festivals Management as in DMU. So I'm an international student. I came from India, basically South India, Kerala. So it's my third year and hoping to finish my course this year.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Koma Shahzadi and I'm the current Equality and Diversity Executive Officer, and I finished my degree in September 2023 for Information and Communication Technology, and I'm from Pakistan and international student.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you. So before we begin, let's talk about what represents you guys. Let's get to know you a bit more. Let's start with you.
Yeah, so I'm currently electing or standing as candidate for Equality and Diversity Executive, and I'm sure that I would be a really good candidate for that because I have my background in Arts and Festivals Management, and I was working in that, like internships and placements doing that, and I think which is a really good thing or like good point necessary to be a equality and diversity officer to bring that inclusivity among the students here.
Thank you. And yourself?
With me, my sign is like this one. First of all, I like this one. It looks really good in the pictures. Second, It means peace, and I love peace, obviously. And I'm also a candidate for Equality and Diversity Executive Officer.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, for clarification, these candidates are running for the executive officer role. That means if elected, they'll spend 12 months working full-time at DSU to bring about change in their specific areas, in this case promoting equality and inclusivity in all areas of the student journey. So candidates, tell me, why would you be a good fit for this role? Let's start with you.
Okay, so basically I feel like I have like some of the experience, and as an international student I have a different background and a different diverse background that's like kind of totally different from UK, and I kind of understand students' needs, and I'm passionate about helping students 100%, which is why I want to run for this for this role, and I want to kind of help them because I've been on the place where they are right now, and I can understand where they need help, and I have some of the experience, like for example there are international students who need to have different kind of events, and I did run some of the events when I was a student for the students when I was a student, and I feel like I will be a good fit for this.
Thank you. And yourself?
So basically, as I mentioned before, I'm an international student. I'm doing Arts and Festivals Management. And I'm the only Indian student in the class. And in our course, it's like among all the international students, everybody's like one person from one country. So we have really missed this inclusivity, and we really know the necessity of this inclusive environment in each course or like classes or among us wherever we are studying, because this has really affected there's no inclusivity in the class has really affected few of my friends who are like one person from one country, and they're like really not able to communicate with others because of maybe language issues or some other issues. So I think I've experienced that, and I think that's really what makes me out of it.
Thank you, thank you. Some great responses there. As I'm sure you're all aware, only one officer can be elected. So in your own words, tell us, what makes you stand out from the other candidate?
What makes me stand out from the other candidates? First of all, like being an international student, understanding their worries and where they are coming from. This is something I think I can understand more than a home student, firstly. Secondly, I feel like with the students, they need kind of a safe space, which I'm really kind of keen to have that safe space for those students where they can come in, bring in their worries, even though we can't find the solution straight away, at least we can comfort each other. So I want to have that kind of zone for the student, and also I want to make sure like they are having a lot of fun in the university life. After that, you're gonna have work life, you're gonna have so much other stuff to do, so you do need to make sure that you have the best of best in your university life. So I want to make sure that during this period in the university, they are having fun and don't worry about the stuff. We are there for them to kind of advise them and help them through the stuff.
Yeah, a great answer. And yourself?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, being in a class where it's like people from different cultures and communities, and as I mentioned before, I really understand the necessity of inclusivity among people from each culture. And I think there's also necessity for there are people, and as mentioned before, I'm an arts and festivals management student. So I'm definitely sure that I can make it is easier for me to do amazing jobs in events, and I can bring more inclusive events for underrepresented groups in the university. I think I can do that. It's the best part I can do.
Fantastic. Thank you for all your responses. As De Montfort SU is an organisation run by students for students, the executive officers will be working full-time to lobby the university and challenge them to provide the best student experience possible. So let's hear some of the questions from the students.
For equality and diversity, how do you plan to support underrepresented minority groups within the student body?
We can start with yourself, yeah?
Okay. So basically with me, underrepresented, there are some of the stuff that I want to do, for example, some of the events and stuff like that. Obviously, I can't go to every single student, but if student is coming to me and saying like they want to do this kind of event, I will make sure like we are accommodating them. So for example, we had like some of the questions from students. They want to do different things during like there's a Hindu festival Diwali, there's other festivals as well for Black History Month, Disability History Month. So I want to make sure that there's a different kind of events. For example, for Black History Month, there should be some kind of stuff going on to celebrate for Black people, and basically events that make them feel like home, because they are away from their country. And even with the home students, sometimes they are not able to go to their home, which is why they need something on campus that they can enjoy. So basically some events, some small kind of like putting on some festivals where they can have fun, speak to each other, make friends, stuff like that.
Okay, thank you.
So for this question, actually I had an experience just 2 days before. So as I mentioned, I'm doing cultural exchange event now, and a group of people from Nepal, I guess, they came to me and asked, is there any event for us Nepali students? Because in past few years there was I think a huge migration happened from different parts, and what I would do for them is that definitely, as she mentioned, if someone comes and asks us like, can you do this event, I'll give 100% support. And other than that, what I would do is that even it's there in my manifesto, that I would try to bring a new event which actually brings every culture together, or at least a number of cultures together, which is in the underrepresented ones as well.
Thank you. It's great to hear a variety of responses to that question. Let's go to another question from the students.
For equality and diversity, what initiative do you have in mind to raise awareness about equality and diversity issue?
Okay, so a tough one. We'll start with you this time.
So I think there is one issue among the international students in past few years, that is especially I think in the master's degree people, because these international people have a different educational system in their country. So when they come here, they're like completely blank into a new system. So basically, I think in few courses, there were a lot of people who came here, but they did not succeed in their subject, and they had to return back to their country. So I would definitely try to contact with the departments in the university and try to give them like a program to give the basic itself, to give them like a program to train them how to do the academic works and everything. I think that's one main thing that I would do, and it's necessary, I guess.
Okay, great initiative. And yours?
Okay, so basically with me there are several issues that's going on in the university with the international students, home students as well, but the main issue that I want to kind of considering right now, I'm working on it as well, but I want to pay more attention on is the there is not kind of a policy. There might be one, but not something particular for the financial sustainability of a student when they are going through some unforeseen circumstances. So I want to introduce a policy. For example, if something happens with a family and they're not able to kind of continue their course, but there is something that you can get extension for your course, you can get a deferral for your course for study-wise, but there's nothing, something finance kind of thingy. So I want to make sure if they are getting some help for their like academic stuff, there should be some sustainability for them, like there's some time, more installment time, they get more time to pay the money because they already seeing some unforeseen circumstances that they didn't expect. They need some support from us, not only physically, mentally, or kind of like from academic wise, but also from finance.
Okay, another great initiative. Thank you. Well, that concludes the candidate debates for the Equality, Diversity, Executive Officer role. We hope you have found out more about the candidates standing for this role. Voting is now open and you can head over to demontfortsu.com/elections or visit polling booths on campus, centre or Kimberlin Library or other faculty buildings across campus between the 4th and 11th of March. By voting in the elections, you have the chance to win £100 every single day, as well as a variety of freebies across every day. So what are you waiting for? Use your student voice to vote today. Thanks for watching everyone and see you very soon.